Hi, my name is Gabriella Kenney. I am one of the summer interns at Brookline Interactive Group, and this is my sister Alexandra Kenney, who is going to share with us about her summer internship.
Yeah, hi, so I'm Alexandra Kenney, and I'll share with you guys a presentation to explain about a little bit of where I'm interning and what we do and who we are. So I'll share my screen. So yeah, so this summer I'm interning with a nonprofit called the Borgen Project. So just a little bit about who we are and what we do is, in a nutshell, we fight extreme poverty. So the Borgen Project believes that the leaders of the most powerful nation on earth should really be doing more to address global poverty. So we're the innovative national campaign that is working to make poverty a focus of U.S. foreign policy. So a little bit about the history of us and how we were started. So Clint Borgen is the founder and president of the Borgen Project. And in 1999, he was a volunteer in refugee camps during the Kosovo War and genocide. And it was there that he really saw the need for an organization that could focus U.S. political attention on poverty. So after graduating from Washington State University and interning at the United Nations, he began developing the nonprofit. So in need of some startup funding, he took a job in Alaska and worked on a fishing vessel dock in Dutch Harbor, which is the same location as Deadliest Catch. And so it's really from these humble beginnings in one of the most remote parts of the world that the Borgen Project was born. So this is really one man with a laptop and a budget that came from his Alaska paychecks, which has evolved into a national campaign with volunteers operating in 754 US cities. So here's a picture of our president. And so Clint Borgen is really recognized as one of the leading poverty reduction campaigners in the United States. You know, he works to bring U.S. political attention to global poverty. He meets with congressional leaders to really build support for legislation that improves conditions for people in developing nations. So just a little bit about how the Borgen Project operates. So one, we advocate. So we meet with congressional leaders. I'm sorry. Okay, so how we operate. So we advocate. So we meet with congressional leaders to secure support for crucial poverty reducing legislation. Mobilize. Mobilize people across the globe behind efforts to make poverty a political priority. Educate. We teach basic advocacy skills that allow citizens to communicate with their government and issue message. We build awareness of global issues and innovations in poverty reduction through online and community presence. So tackling some myths and pessimism. I know sometimes it's easy to feel, that whatever one does will not really make an impact. But even just look at the success stories. There are so many families having improved conditions, villages, entire countries is really having this positive impact with them. Global poverty has really been drastically reduced in recent years. And there's really no reason to not help with the reduction of global poverty. So the Borgen Project is really here to challenge the public and political pessimism in the United States, and address some of the justifications given as to why U.S. isn't doing more to address global poverty. So always believe that whatever you do will have an impact, and there's no reason to believe that, that nothing can be done about the issue. So I know another reason why people might think that they do not need to get involved in the advocacy for poverty reduction is because, we already think the U.S. is doing a lot or even enough. But, the public really drastically overestimates what is being done to address global poverty. Even when asked, Americans estimate that 20% of the federal budget goes to foreign aid. And in reality, it's really less than 1% that goes to assisting the world's poor. So, we know that for political pressure to rise, that people need to be aware of the shortcomings the U.S. has in addressing global poverty reduction. Some other strategic reasons for U.S. involvement. So obviously, I think that, beyond the human imperative to get involved, is that the Borgen Project really makes it known that there are benefits to the United States. There's economic benefits, national security, even just diplomatic reasons for strong leadership, for strong U.S. leadership in addressing global poverty. So obviously, there'd be a benefit for the people that you're trying to help, but it comes back to the United States as well. There's benefits everywhere for the need to address the reduction of global poverty. So some ways that you can get involved. It's very easy and takes less than 1 minute of your time in your day. So number one, call Congress. It really only takes 30 minutes to make a difference. Email Congress. Basically make your voice known to your congressional leaders. They tally who calls and who emails in support of what. And just as those 7 calls or emails can really make your congressional leader aware and make it a priority, whatever issue you're supporting. Even if you go to this link provided right here, you'll see many legislations that congressional leaders are looking at. And you just click on the one you want. It'll provide you a template, and you just fill in your name and your email, and it'll automatically email that to your congressional leader. Donate. It's so easy. If you have $5, $10, just anything you can give to make sure the Borgen Project can keep up and running and have this positive impact for the reduction of global poverty. Even during my internship this summer, one of my focus is on fundraising. So if you do feel called to donate any money that you have or are willing to give, feel free to click on my donation link right there, and it'll make such a difference. And volunteer. So the Borgen Project has so many different volunteer internship opportunities for you to get involved with. I know I'm a college senior this year, so I actually have an HR internship with the Borgen Project. So it's so nice to be able to learn a little bit about human resources with a nonprofit that's really doing such good for the world. So just giving some other examples of internships the Borgen Project has is writing, journalism, political affairs, so many where whatever you're interested in, you can do it as well as working with a nonprofit that's doing some good. And share and post. So post to your social media accounts. That's such a great way to raise awareness and educate your friends, your family on the issues of global poverty, make the issues known. So yeah, so I just want to thank you for your time, and please do any of the things I just mentioned. It makes such a difference and such a great way to address the need for global poverty reduction.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with all of us. And again, thank you for sharing the ways that we can help as community.